Okay, so this is just a video I'm going to do showing how to set up CentOS as with a RAID 1 root partition and also with LVM on top of it. And there's a reason why I'm using LVM on top of RAID. Obviously, the RAID is for the protection of the data, so that if one drive goes, it's still there and you've got a chance to replace it. And but the LVM is for something I'm going to show later. So, alright. So basically, the first thing you have to do, obviously, is you need 2 blank drives. So I'm just going to set that up in the virtual machine. Okay, so that's the first drive. Right, so those are the 2 drives created. And so now, basically, I have to run, what I'm going to do is run the virtual machine with the 2 drives connected, and also, obviously, the CD-ROM ISO for CentOS as well. And I have to admit, one of the reasons I'm doing this is because I realized that it's not the most straightforward thing in the world. Because I remember actually, when I had to do it before for a client, it actually took me a little while to work out what was going on, because they haven't really made it the sort of easiest thing in the world. I mean, they have, in CentOS 7 they've improved it, but with CentOS 6 it is a bit cumbersome, and I can see why. See, like, here's the first thing. So it asks you if you want to format the disk, but obviously this is just one of the disks. So of course you say yes, but you see, really it should say if you want to do both of them, but you know, that's just how it is. Right, so when you get to this part, you have to choose create custom layout. And if you do next. So now here we go, and this is where the fun begins. So basically, you choose the first drive you're going to, which is of the mirror. Now when you do create, of course you have standard partition and RAID partition. So you think, okay, we create a standard partition to put the RAID on, but the answer is no. You have to create a RAID partition. And then, so you create that. And so I'm going to do the one for the boot, directory. And so we force that to be primary. Then we choose one drive. Because here's the thing, you think, oh, software RAID, we want RAID 1, choose 2 drives. But no, if you click OK, you get an error message. So you have to click just one of the drives. And so then now you have to select the next drive that you want to be a part of the mirror. Well, actually, yeah, might as well. So it's RAID partition again, not standard, even though it's a standard partition that the RAID is going on. And so we create that. And so we choose SDB this time. Force it primary. The only reason for doing force primary is just so you don't end up with those extended partitions, which sort of make you end up with a messy looking partition table in fdisk. Alright, so now we go for the main root partition. So yet again, you don't want RAID device. So it's another RAID partition. So we choose SDA. We just fill it up to the maximum in primary. And Same with this one. So you see, it's a long process, but it's actually worth it because, well, you'll see what I mean later anyway. But they have made it easier in CentOS 7. So it's DB, max size, false primary. Okay, so now you think, okay, we've got our software RAIDs, but no, we haven't said what type of RAID we want. So yet again, you have to click through again, do create. Now it's RAID device. And so we create that. And then this is the boot one. So put that on boot. And I'll make it X2 for simplicity. So it's MG0, RAID 1. And of course, the two devices we're using, SD A1 and B1. So then we click OK on that. So then finally we have our boot partition set up. And then now we do the same thing for the root. But, yeah, sorry. So we want a RAID device. And then we create that. So we want is X4. Now the mount point, of course, if you select root, then you've got no LVM. So what you need to do, oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, it's not mount point. So you've got your RAID device is MD1, but your RAID level is RAID 1. But it's your file system type. That's it. So your file system is an LVM, but we know LVM isn't a file system, but you know, that's one of those things. So you choose your two drives for the RAID. So basically, remember, your file system has to be an LVM. So that when you click OK on that now you create one last device, and that is you have to create an LVM physical volume. Then you create that, and of course, oh no, sorry, I made a mistake there. No, what you want is, because when we selected the file system as LVM, that created the physical volume. So now we want a volume group. And then, as you can see, it's MD1 appears in there because it was selected as a physical volume. And then basically you just give it a name. Alright, let me just add that in. And so then finally we get to specify that root is where it is. And give it a name. And just choose the maximum size because that's what we're going to need. And so then click OK. And so when you click OK on that, finally we're ready. So after all of that, we finally have the software RAID with the root partition on LVM. So now we can click next. And yeah, no swap, but we don't care. So next, format it. Alright. It seems like I was clicking quickly through that, but that's just because I've done it before. But whenever you come to that the first time, it is confusing. Alright, so we make sure to add our bootloader, so that it can start up. Okay, now it's just install. Okay, so that's finished, and so now we need to give it a reboot just to see if it comes back. Okay, so we're in. So basically, that's the system. And if we check the so we can see the partition there, and then the LVM for the root. Yeah, so there you have it. So basically, that's just a quick video showing that setup there. Hopefully someone will find it useful, but this is just the beginning of this, because there's a couple more things I want to show. So I'll see you when I've finished doing those other videos. Okay, bye.